Okay, you guys. Very strange mystery going on here. The umbrella is missing, okay? And yesterday, when I was at home giving readings, I was in the middle of a session, and all of a sudden I hear banging on the door. And when we're at home, we leave the front door open because we like this wide open view, beautiful landscape. Look at that. We leave this door wide open. We keep the screen door locked, obviously. And I'm working in my office, okay? I'm in the middle of a session, working in my office, and all of a sudden I hear bang, bang, bang. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting here in the office, in the middle of a session, okay? And I hear that noise from over there. And I have a window here, okay? I can see when and if somebody walks by my property, okay? So I didn't see anybody. Yeah, my focus was in the session, but I didn't hear, because it's just gravel in that walkway. So you can even hear the crunch, crunch, crunch when someone's walking on the gravel. No one can sneak up. Okay? And I'm in the session, and all of a sudden I hear, and I go, please excuse me. I think someone's at my door. I'm so sorry. So I fucking get up. Okay? I'm walking towards the door. My cat is right there. All right, my cat right there is on the floor. Don't mind the cat puke. My cat fucking throws up all the time. You know what it's like if you're a cat owner. And no one's here. And I didn't notice if the umbrella was there or not, because my mind was too focused on the fact that I'm in the middle of a session, and I rudely got up to see what was going on. And I come out here, nothing. Didn't see nobody, didn't see nothing. Looked out there, didn't see nobody, didn't see nothing. So I look at my kitty and I'm like, what was that, kitty? She had nothing to say. So then I get back to work, okay? I'm like, sorry for that interruption. I don't know what happened, but there was some loud noise. So yesterday was a busy day. You know, I had session after session after session. Yesterday, it's like 5 hours of giving readings. So I was in the office working. And my wife comes home. And the first thing she says when she comes home is, where's the umbrella? And, you know, I'm sitting down. I'm like, you're right, where is the umbrella? And I remembered, oh, you know, at some point in the day, there was a noise that I heard. Not sure what it was other than hearing it. And I came outside, didn't see nothing. No one was out here. And she was like, well, yeah, where's the umbrella? So we're tripping. I'm tripping. You know, at that point, it's getting dark out. So I go down to the chicken coop. So I go down to the chicken coop to lock them in, because we got possums and coyotes and all kinds of things that want to kill them. All right. So I lock up my chicken coop, but as I'm walking up the hill, I'm scanning around. I'm like, okay, where's the umbrella? Because it wasn't a windy day at all yesterday. It was not windy. It was a beautiful, warm, partly cloudy day. All right. There was no big gusts of winds at all. And we've had windy weather. We've had the winter storms. We've had storms. And that umbrella has been there the entire time. And the only time that umbrella has ever been kicked up was very rare occasions when we left it open and the wind blew it, and it never went far. It would only would land just on the hill over there, you know, never flew out of existence. So I'm walking up the hill, and I'm looking up to see if the umbrella's on the roof somehow, because it wasn't open, it was closed. And I didn't see it. I walk my whole property, nowhere to be found. This fucking umbrella is nowhere to be found. It's nowhere in the woods. It's nowhere in the trees. Nowhere. Can't fucking see this umbrella anywhere. Okay? It is nowhere. All right? And so the only explanation is that it was abducted by a spaceship, right? That's got to be what it is. Some kind of supernatural something, alien, and Bigfoot. I don't know, but that umbrella is gone. It's a big umbrella. That umbrella stands like 10 feet tall, and it opens up, huge diameter. It's big. It's a big fucking umbrella, and it's gone. Where did it go? Okay. Where did it go? And I was explaining to my wife this morning over breakfast, because every other hour, one of us is like, where the fuck did that damn umbrella go? You know? And so over breakfast, I was explaining that I've been wondering what her and I were going to be experiencing now that Pluto is moving through Aquarius, because the both of us are Scorpio risings, and Aquarius rules our 4th house, which is home. And one of the ways I've been interpreting that for Scorpio risings, or, you know, Scorpio suns, is that, you know, their home environment is going to get a little bit stranger, and they may experience interesting forms of contact. You know, because Aquarius is weird, alien, you know, strange behaviors. You know, so is Pisces, and she's a Pisces sun, I'm a Pisces Mars. So I've been wondering, like, you know, are aliens gonna visit us at home, right? Now that Pluto's here in Aquarius. And anyways, it boggles my fucking mind that this happened. I've been outside a few times. Last night, falling asleep. Okay, we're in bed, and I'm cuddling my wife. I'm spooning her, right? Big spoon, little spoon. So I'm got my arm around her, and so my back is facing the edge and the wall. I fucking kid you not. I felt a hand touch my back. I felt something firmly press against my back. Nothing's there. It wasn't my cat. I know when my cat jumps on my bed, it was, you know, so I even looked. Nothing, no one. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I think my wife and I are regularly being abducted in our sleep. And I think they just took our umbrella as a way to inch one step closer to saying hello. I don't know, but if the umbrella returns, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I did a podcast interview, so be sure to keep an eye out on my YouTube channel, Unscripted Liberation Codes, to watch the interview with Casey. It was a very fun exchange having him on there. He is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to astrology and the Bible and other things, and gave a very interesting read. There are my chickens. We got some chickens out here. Okay, beautiful day. Okay, now, guess what I fucking found? The umbrella, okay? But how? How? How did it So, how long would a gust of wind have to be blowing, and at what speed would that gust of wind have to be blowing to lift my 10-foot tall umbrella up into the air and land it on my house on a day where it was not windy? Explain that to me, because of course the wind did it. The wind blew the umbrella. I want to say, yeah, that's what happened. But it was not a windy day yesterday. It's not even a windy day today. There's no wind. The day was like this, as it is today. No wind. So if any of you guys want to use fucking logic and say, sweet little cat, no, you cannot go outside, kitty. So if any of you guys are trying to use and reasoning right now and tell me it was the wind that blew my umbrella, y'all can fucking go elsewhere, all right? Because we are in Pisces season, all right? We're in Pisces season. And so right now it's all about getting fucking fish tarted and on the deep ends of the delusional, all right? And Mercury went retrograde today in Pisces with the sun on the north node of destiny. So it was not the fucking wind. Something else did it. Something else supernatural that goes beyond logic and reasoning and the mundane mechanics of the world. Okay, so if you want to tell me, so you want to think I'm crazy? Good, I'm doing a good job. That's what this Mercury retrograde is about. Okay, it's this Mercury retrograde. It's not just about losing your keys and having a hard time communicating. It's Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Okay, look at this sweet cat. Look at this sweet loving. What's up, precious? What's up, honey? Look at her. Look at her. What? Oh my gosh. She's such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. I love you. Okay, you're distracting me, honey. You're distracting me. Okay, it's not just about where did my keys go and let me not sign a contract. It's Mercury retrograde in Pisces, all right? In Pisces makes no goddamn sense. Virgo, on the other hand, the opposite sign of Pisces, Virgo, if we were in Virgo season and Mercury was retrograde in Virgo, then yeah, I'd be like, well, the wind and the solar flare and the math and, height times velocity times speed. Yeah, totally. The wind did it. That's the rational, logical, scientific, factual explanation to how your umbrella got on the roof. It's just a windy day. But it's not a windy day. And we're not in Virgo season, okay? So we're in Pisces. Pisces transcends the mundane physical reality of logic and reasoning and boundaries and science and all these fucking other things. And if you watched my Mercury and Pisces video I made the other day, one of the things I mentioned about Mercury and Pisces, and Mercury being the planet of communication and Pisces being this sign of oneness and the supernatural and transcending beyond and out of the fabrics of matrix reality, this Mercury retrograde, and the example I use is like waking up in the morning and open and suddenly seeing that there's a huge spider web that a spider weaved overnight over your front door, and looking at the web and being like, wow, what does this mean? Does it mean anything, or is it just a spider weaving its web? What could the metaphysical, spiritual, symbolic properties be interpreted by this, right? And the web, right? The spider web, which is a wheel that is connected through intersecting lines where there are nodal points, right? Because everything is connected. And Pisces is about Christ consciousness and experiencing the oneness with the universe, right? So I use that specific example, right? And the door, in the front door, the gateway, moving from this domain into the other domain. And what do webs do? They capture, right? They capture bugs, pests, parasites, protection. A spider weaved its web on my front door, a symbol from the gods that this household is being protected and our spiritual journey transcending from one realm into the next is being blessed, and we do not have to worry about the attacks, right? So Mercury retrograde in Pisces on the... So right now in your lives throughout this Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and while we're in Pisces season, I'm encouraging you to abandon logic and reasoning to over-explain certain things that you might be dealing with. Let's say you lose your keys, the most basic fucking Mercury in retrograde thing, right? You had your keys 1 minute. Now the next you don't. You don't have your keys and you don't know where they are. And you swear to God, you know where you just had them. And the next thing you know, when you find them, there's some place you never would have thought, like under the kitchen sink. You're like, how'd they get there? Who's trolling me? Am I trolling myself? What just happened here? Did I dip out of time and space real quick and fucking traverse the universe and played a trick on myself? So if you really want to take advantage and ride the wave of the season we are in right now, you have to permit yourself to abandon logic and reasoning just a little bit, just enough so you can experience the threshold, the barrier between worlds, okay? So you can have an experience and rewire your mind and establish a new connection with things, because that's what this is about. It's about connecting, all right? And what am I being invited to connect with right now? Okay? What does this all mean for me right now? Okay? It's a little bit private. I don't know. I'm working through it. But again, if you want to tell me it was the wind, fuck off. Because now I'm in a state of confusion. Okay? Because up until I actually found the umbrella on the roof, I didn't see it before. I didn't see it there yesterday. I didn't see it there earlier today. And before then was like, it's gone. But now it's not gone. Now I know where it is. And now I can't make sense as to actually, like, how it actually got there. And so this is the type of Mercury retrograde we're moving through right now. And Mercury went retrograde today. Okay? So confusion, not being able to make sense of things. You don't want to try to force logic and reasoning and explanation to things. You want to allow yourself to experience mystery. Check that out, guys. Huh. What is going on there? Weird. What is that? Huh.